guys, welcome back. Today we're going to continue decorating the house for Christmas. I am very excited. These are some of my favorite videos to film for you guys. And if you missed my living room and my kitchen Christmas decorate with me, I will link those down in the description below. But today we are tackling the dining room. So the main areas we're going to focus on in this space are the hutch, the table area, and then we're gonna put a tree in this space as well that I'm super excited to decorate. So if you're excited to join me today, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and grab yourself a hot coffee or hot tea, get cozy, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna add to the tree is this beautiful ticking stripe brown and sort of a creamish gold colored ribbon. Now I know some people like to add that ribbon last. Personally, I like to add it first. I'm going to make large bows and put them all over the tree. So I want to make sure they're spaced out properly since they're going to take up a lot of that surface area, and then we'll continue on. So starting out with the ribbon, I'm just gonna make bows with long tails. So I cut my ribbon about 3 feet, I wanna say, each time. I ended up purchasing 2 reels of this ribbon and I only used 1. It went a lot farther than I anticipated, which is nice. But this ribbon is not wired, so I have to kind of twist the tails around to give it that structure and just manipulate it a little bit. It's a little bit tricky, but overall I love the look and feel. Now there are lots of different methods to adding ribbon to a Christmas tree. I'm just going with this bow sort of method this year just to give it more of a classic, timeless, almost a vintage feel. That's really simple and really sweet because we're adding a lot of glam to this tree with the golds, and I just kind of wanted to balance all of that out, if that makes sense. I didn't show this on camera, but when I first put the tree up and I'm fluffing out all of the branches, that's definitely the first thing you want to do if you have an artificial tree, if you haven't yet. Make sure you put your hand on every single branch and just stretch it out, fluff it out, make the tree look fuller. But one thing I like to do, and I don't know if it's just me or if other people do this, but I like to sort of point the branches upward. I sort of direct them up, and that seems to give it a little bit more of a lifelike look, and it makes hanging ornaments and bows and all those things a lot easier because they kind of create little hooks on the tree. Tree decorating is all about patience and just enjoying the moment. Sometimes it can be easy to get frustrated when you're working on something so tedious, but I just have to remind myself it's so fun and so worth it to be able to enjoy this tree all Christmas season long. So now we're gonna add a bunch of my ornaments, starting with these large gold bulbs from Hobby Lobby, and then we're gonna add more browns and mochas and sparkly and matte, and a little bit of copper, which I was not planning on, but you guys will see here in a minute, the copper is gonna tie in with my hutch, and it turns out so beautiful. Before we go any further, I kindly wanted to take a moment and thank today's video sponsor, LILYSILK. LILYSILK provides luxury fabrics and materials across many different products, whether it's pillowcases, bedding, eye masks, hair accessories, sheets, blouses, pajamas. They offer luxury, high quality silks, cashmeres, and more. I'm all about taking care of yourself, gifting yourself with luxury fabrics and items that you wear, that you sleep with. This is the LILYSILK cashmere sweater, and it is so cozy, it is so soft, the quality is just impeccable. Another LILYSILK product that I have been over the moon about is my white silk pillowcase. This, you guys, is such a game changer. I have been using this now for a couple of months. I've kind of been testing it out because I've had hairdressers and estheticians tell me, Amy, you need a silk pillowcase. It's so good for your hair and your skin. But I never really got around to trying it. But now that I have, it's amazing. It's great for your skin if you have sensitive skin, if you are somebody that's interested in the anti-aging benefits, which what woman isn't interested in that? It's supposed to prevent fine lines and wrinkles when you sleep. It's also amazing for your hair. I have been loving the silk scrunchie from LILYSILK. Typically what I do, it's sort of like a self-care routine for me these days. I do my skincare, I put my hair up in a ponytail as high as I can on the top of my head for volume using the silk scrunchie, and then I sleep on the silk pillowcase. And my hair in the morning is soft, silky, it doesn't get really tangled like it once did. It's been such a game changer that I love. It's been awesome. And speaking of those anti-aging benefits, I've also been loving this silk eye mask. This is like a beigey champagne color. It is so pretty, such a pretty color. But when I sleep with this on my eyes, I know that I'm protecting this very sensitive under eye area, and I know that it's preventing fine lines and wrinkles. So this has been another really fun product. If you want to be a little bit more environmentally friendly, you're buying their product for yourself, they have envelope style packaging that is recyclable, it's eco-friendly, but if you want to gift, say, a bedding set, a cashmere sweater for Christmas, a pillowcase, whatever it may be, for a loved one in your life, they offered the most beautiful boxed packaging. When it came in the mail and I received it, it put such a smile on my face. I mean, it's an experience in and of itself to get that package in the mail. It is just so beautifully wrapped with a ribbon and it looks so elegant. Definitely tell you guys I'm going to be ordering many products from them for gifts this Christmas season, for my mom, for grandmas, for aunts, for friends. These make such beautiful gifts and they come ready to be given. I mean, you don't have to wrap them, you don't have to do anything. The packaging is that beautiful. There will be many sales going on the LILYSILK website during Black Friday, so don't miss out, and you can use my code. It'll be right here on the screen as well as down in the description for 12% off of your order. Many of these pieces are truly investment pieces. They're all items that are just so elegant, high quality, and pieces that you will love and use for many years to come. So again, don't forget to check out my coupon code for 12% off. Everything will be linked down in the description below, and thanks again LILYSILK for sponsoring today's video. I almost always go back and make edits to my ornament placement, but for the most part, I try to place ornaments in an S shape. So kind of zigzagging down the tree. You don't want it to be too uniform, but you don't want two ornaments that look the same right next to each other. So it's definitely a balancing act, and I just kind of play around with it until I feel like it looks semi-okay. Don't get me wrong though, I definitely for the next week will be playing around with ornaments. I just can't help it. And next I'm adding a variety of different floral picks. All of them are gold, but they all have different texture. This one is glittery. I ended up going with a matte one and then a very bright sort of gold stem you'll see here in a moment. But I just, again, stuck them in places where I found little holes in the tree, and I love adding floral picks to a Christmas tree. It just gives it so much texture and gives a little bit of a whimsical feel that is really beautiful. I'm also adding these brownish gold poinsettias that give a lot of pop to the tree, and they were a great way to fill a few of those holes that I had left. They're very pretty. I found these ones on Amazon, but I know you can find really similar ones at Hobby Lobby. I actually picked up some white ones as well, but those are going on a different tree. So if you've watched my other Decorate With Me videos this Christmas season, you know that I made some homemade orange ornaments and a couple garlands, and I had a few of them left over from my other tree, and I wasn't sure if it would work on this tree because this tree is a little bit more glamorous, but I think that it tones it down. It gives the tree a little bit of contrast. It works with the color palette. I personally love the oranges added to this tree. I think it gives the tree that little added something, and it's so sweet having homemade ornaments on your tree. And last but not least, I'm just adding the star to the top of the tree. It really went with the color theme for this season. And here's a close-up look at my Christmas tree in my dining room. I love how warm and rich it turned out. It's so beautiful. And as the sun starts to set here in a little while, you'll see just those twinkly lights, and what a sweet festive tree this turned out in this space. But let's go ahead and keep on decorating. I really love a collected, curated feel in my home. So I have lots of collected white dishware that I'm gonna be decorating my hutch with today. I recently painted my hutch about 2 months ago, the color Moth Wing by Sherwin-Williams, and it's this beautiful taupe color. It's very rich, but it gives more of an organic feel. There's still plenty of contrast, but it's not jarring to the eye, if that makes sense. So I've really been loving the color. And one tip I have for you guys when you're decorating a hutch space, open shelving, a bookcase, is stick with a color palette. For me today, I'm adding all of the whites from the dishware, greenery, copper, and browns. And I don't stray away from that. And I find that when I stick with a color palette, I can add a lot. I can really maximize the look of the space, but it still feels cohesive and not so cluttered because I only stuck with a few colors. So just a little tip when you're decorating a space like this for the seasons. I had a few more leftover oranges, and I decided to sort of string a few on a gold ribbon and just drape it on the hutch. I think is really pretty, and then that kind of ties in with the copper and oranges on my Christmas tree. It's fun to just add little ways to incorporate your tree decor throughout the rest of the space to make it look and feel more cohesive. Another way to make a space feel more festive during the holidays is to find little areas to tuck in some added greenery. I decided to add this cedar garland from Hobby Lobby on the top of my light fixture, and it turned out so beautiful. I also added just a simple satin brown ribbon, and this gives it a really classic, beautiful look. This is a little basket my friend gave me, and I'm sort of combining function with beauty here. I'm adding all of my wrapping supplies, scissors, tape, my wrapping paper, and then I have a few faux presents that I've wrapped just to kind of hide it and disguise it. And now all of my wrapping supplies are all in one place, ready to go, and it looks really sweet sitting here too. But next up, I'm going to decorate this little accordion peg rack. I downloaded this beautiful wintry cozy art print from Etsy, and then I'm adding some knit stockings and a little basket with some more added greenery. The wreath next to this on the door is from Hobby Lobby. I talked about that in my Christmas decor haul, and I'm just loving all of the greens and whites. It's so clean, it's pretty, but it doesn't feel too cluttered. The last thing I'm going to do is add some thrifted brass candlesticks to my dining table. I wanted to keep it very simple, something I could easily take on and off. I had a lot going on with the hutch, so I just wanted to balance it out with some simplicity. But here is the final look of my decorated dining room for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope you have fun decorating this season, and I'll talk to you guys really soon in the next one. Bye.